exclusive.
Hey, what's going on, guys? MA76B-Ball back at it again with another video for you. Today we've got the final performance review on the LeBron 16. I've been gone for a while, but you know, the testing, I wasn't playing that often, so I'm happy to report, guys, that I've got 14 hours into this shoe, so I find that's more than sufficient in terms of usage. So let me relay to you guys what it was like and what the overall, or what my overall impression of this shoe was. So 14 hours, 7 sessions. You're probably looking at about 3 of those sessions were on dusty courts. And then the rest of it, you know, Friday night court, it was all good, like a nice clean court. So, boom, traction. The traction design is kind of like an enlarged herringbone, okay? You can see you'll have north and south, east and west type of directions covered, okay? Now, when I was playing on those dusty courts, I think it was larger part due to the allergy season here, a lot of pollen in the air, so those courts were kind of, I mean, a few of my other friends were slipping around too, so they didn't do so well there. And I was kind of disappointed because I've heard a lot of great things about this traction. However, as things went on, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th session, traction was on point. Didn't have to think about it. I was a happy camper. It's fantastic. And I think one of the parts of the design that I think that leads to that is the space between the blades. I mean, that's a good, decent amount of space. Sometimes you see traction patterns that are really tight and they kind of get clogged and it's hard to wipe them, whereas this has space in between, so it's like you can get in there and wipe it when necessary. With that being said though, guys, on the clean court, of course I didn't have to wipe, not at all, not once. But when I was playing on those dusty courts, I definitely had to wipe my forefoot quite a few times, okay? So it is a traction that, for me, I was definitely satisfied once I got into the latter set of sessions. But on the dusty courts, I can't really say, guys. It's maybe you could get some feedback from other people, but didn't fare too well there, okay? So it was not on the level of Kobe 9 Elite, because that's kind of like the benchmark for everything. But it's traction that I was definitely stoked on. I knew when I went to the Friday night court, I didn't have to think about it. I was stoked to play in the shoe. Alright, so that's traction. Let's move on to cushioning. Now, if you guys know, like LeBron 15s, LeBron 16, they got this crazy Zoom Air setup. It's nuts. And there's 2 things that I want to point out about the Zoom Air. Of course, guys, the shock impact or deflection or reduction, whatever you want to use, it's there. I'm not going to talk much about it. there's there's plenty Zoom in there for giants like LeBron James and other big players. So I don't need to talk about shock dispersion, okay? What I do want to talk about is I actually felt lower to the ground, which is a big plus for a small guy. You know, this shoe, I mean, anyone could play in any shoe, but this shoe is not made for a 5'7", scrawny, skinny guy. So, you know, the Zoom Max, you know, you're up higher. But I'm telling you, I felt lower to the ground in this. So, who knows, maybe they thinned out the midsole, maybe even the outsole. But in terms of like the cushioning, like the ball of my foot, I was like, oh, hey, this feels, you know, like riding a little bit lower. So, I know that isn't kind of directly related to cushioning, but that's just the feedback coming through my feet. All right, I'm just trying to relay this info to you guys. So I think anyone, almost any weight frame, you don't need to worry about shock dispersion and things like that. It's great. Now with the segmentation, you know, you can see right here and here, even though these Zoom bags are quite large, I found it great for, like, you know, when you're pushing off at an angle this way or this way, backpedaling and, you know, swinging your hips around to get back on defense. The shoe moved with me quite well. I mean, of course it was, you know, stiffer, you know, the first few sessions, but very happy about that. The shoe does not, it moves better with your foot than the 15, I found. I think because that's going to be due to fit. But anyways, getting back to the cushioning setup here, I just found it moved with your foot well. All right, so those are the two things that are kind of like, I don't know, he's not talking about cushioning. I'm just saying the Zoom bags and the midsole tooling, the setup there, okay, it felt lower to the ground and it felt like it was a little bit more nimble. Okay, guys, cool. Let's move on to fit. If you watched my first on court episode, I had problems with the toe box area, okay? This is a size 8, and where are they? This one here, the 4 Horsemen in the 15. This is a size 8, and I mentioned because I thought maybe this is a little bit more supple, that the toes had a little bit more room, or the material would give out a little bit more. And I was saying that man, like, this is a size 8, and this toe box here is just, it's just a smidge too tight. So I said that I was going to keep playing it. Used a variety of different socks to see if I could get those few millimeters back, and I kind of did. I don't know. There were some sessions where I felt fine, and there were some sessions where, like, whew, when I took my shoes off after 2 hours, my toes were happy. Now, the upper material and the fit, man, they got. I mean, you guys know, if you know my channel, I don't like one-piece uppers, but this, man, it was decent lockdown. Not perfect lockdown, but it was decent lockdown, and I enjoyed the fit. It felt very comfortable. Inside is seamless, yada, yada, yada. So, what did I do about that toe box? Well, guys, if I have them in here, I use these often. I have old videos on my channel about these. I took out the original insoles, and I put in my soft sole fit insole, okay? And what this does, it supports your arch, whether you're, you know, coming down and jumping and landing under pressure. Your arch expands, and then your toes expand, and it kind of, you know, puts your toes up in the front of the shoe. Well, when you've got the arch support here that doesn't collapse, it keeps your foot in that position. Your toes can still spread, but your arch won't collapse, and that was the magic key. Oh, the last 2 sessions, guys, I played with these, and my feet were so happy. I was so happy. So I know that's not directly related to the shoe, but this made a huge difference just for those few millimeters that I needed. Another thing that I want to point out about the fit, or perhaps the upper, man, these shoes were so nice to get on and off, all right? 15s has got the whole sock type of thing, and yeah, you got the loops for the front and back, but this has like that, an accordion type of opening. It was so easy to get on and off, so I really, yeah, the shoe was great. The shoe was awesome. One thing that I want to point out too is with this BattleNet 2.0 whatever, I find the shoe quite durable. Like the 14 hours that I put in, you know, I went at it, sure, just like any other player, you get stepped on and things like that. The shoe looks still brand new. I mean, look at this thing. Brand new. So I find the durability of 2.0 is really good, and I hope that they kind of use that on some future models. It's great. It's great. So what do we went through the traction, guys. We went through the cushioning. We went through kind of the fit and the upper. Breathability. I've stated before, my feet don't sweat that much, so breathability isn't a huge thing for me. But the shoe's warm. It is warm. The shoes were pretty, wet inside after 2 hours of play. So yeah, if that's a big deal for you, you might want to take that into consideration. Or hopefully, if you pick them up, you've got some shoes that you could put on rotation, so you give them a couple days or a day to dry out, Transition was something that got better, definitely. The first 3-4 sessions were so-so, and then after that, transition wasn't a big deal. So again, it's probably, a case of these, the segments here, the segmentation trying to, break in, so quite flexible up there up front. So and I'm not using a whole lot of force right now. So guys, just to keep it short and sweet, I really enjoyed playing in this shoe, particularly the last 2 sessions when I put in my soft sole fit insole. That made a huge difference. So would I recommend this shoe? Oh man, talk about stability. So we all know about how there were no outriggers on the 15, and LeBron rolled his ankle in the 15, and now they put outriggers here. Man, I didn't think about stability not once. The heel counter is sturdy, almost a tad clunky, but not in a bad way whatsoever. But man, up front they were super stable. Again, it's so nice when you can find a shoe, and once after it breaks in, you don't have to think about it too much. Just lace them up and go play. So oh man, yeah, I'm happy with this shoe, guys. I'm happy. So right now I'm testing the Why Not. I'm at 6 hours in this one. This thing's crazy, so the performance review will be coming for this one. But if you're thinking about buying the LeBron 16, recommend it, most definitely. True to size. I think that toe problem that I had, just must have been my feet. I don't know. So guys, always go to the store and try them on, okay? I hope, if you can, try them on. I definitely recommend it. They're not the lightest shoe out there, but they're not made, they're not geared towards guards, but I would say anyone can play in them. So okay guys, I hope I answered some questions. I hope I relayed the experience to you in an understandable manner. Definitely drop your comments and questions below. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and in a few more weeks we'll have the Why Not 02 for you, okay? Thanks so much guys, take it easy, appreciate you, and just have a fantastic day and ball out. Peace!